What's good, my niggas? It's your boy Torian. Welcome back to Seven Trans, guys. Saturday, guys. This is gonna be really hard, guys, because I just woke up, and I was drunk last night. So I'm pretty sure by last night I mean like 4 hours ago. So yeah, dating and being trans is the topic of this week. So I'm gonna talk about that. This is perfect for me because I actually went on my first date in like 2+ years. I went on my first date this week in a long time, and it's like I just need something to lean on. And it was pretty cool. It was different because I've not been on a date in a long time. And you're like, Torian, you're really attractive. Why didn't you go on a date? Why did it take you so long? Why didn't you go on dates in 2 years? Because I was in a long relationship, like 2 years plus, and we're long distance, so we really didn't have to date. We talked for a while. She came to visit, so it didn't I never had one of those dates where I would sit down and I would try to get to know you, because most of the time I did it online. I got to know you, but this female that I'm currently, she pissed me off anyways. So I don't know where exactly I should put her. I'm talking to is not very good at texting. Neither am I. So it was like, okay, we need to hang out so we can get to know each other. So we had one of those datey thingies. Trying to tell this girl I was trans. I didn't even know what to do with myself. At one point I thought she found me on Instagram. And once she found me on Instagram, like there's no hiding I'm trans anymore. And I wasn't trying to hide it, but I'd rather tell her and explain it to her, so I don't want her to bump into it by mistake. So I wanted to do it sooner rather than later. Also, I was actually interested in her, so I didn't want to wait too long to tell her, just in case she's not interested and she can't handle something like that. So anyways, I told her on the date. I'll tell you how I told her. I've jumped. I'm gonna tell you guys, I never ever thought I'd be in this position. Like me and my ex, I thought like it was good and we're gonna be together forever, so I'd never have to come out to a female I'm about to date. Because back then, when I was in a relationship, I used to just like run my mouth about it. I'm just like, just tell them. If they can't accept you, then why do you want to be with that person anyways? Till I got to the situation and I'm like, it's not that easy to just fucking, firstly, you don't know when to tell them, how to tell them. Like, how long do you wait? Because for me, I don't want to tell them too soon, because they don't really know me yet, so all they might know about me is transgender, and some people don't even know what it means, and some people might not be even willing to learn because they don't really know me yet, so they just have the word, they don't know what to do with it, and so they leave. I don't want to wait too long, because this girl, she's gotten to know you, but you haven't told her like a huge part of who you are. Of course she's not going to trust you. Like for me, I wouldn't be able to trust someone who, who put themselves, who lied to me like that, who wasn't honest with me. So it's really hard to know when to tell this person. I personally decided that I'm going to try and slide it in as soon as possible in a situation. And there's some girls that I've talked to lately that I'm like, I will never tell this female that I'm trans. And I don't want to talk to them any further, so I don't have to tell them I'm trans. Like it's not like I'm ashamed of the fact I'm trans. It's just like these people are hopeless. They will never understand. I don't even want to bother. I don't want to get to know you any further than this, because I don't think your mind is open enough for us to even mingle anymore. Talk less of me telling you something that important about myself. So there's been females that I'm like, I'm not gonna tell them. I'm not even interested in this, so I'm not pursuing this any further, so there's no need to tell them. But this current female, I did tell her. I'll tell you how I did it. I told her, I was like, so the day before we hung out, I didn't know we were about to hang out the day after, but I asked her, so I was like, what do you think about the LGBTQ community? But as I said, she's not that great of a texter, so she didn't give me much of an answer. So on our date, I asked her again, and she was like, well, I'm okay with it, blah blah blah, like whatever, love is love. Then I asked her if she was straight, like if she's been with a girl before. She's like, as most girls, they're like, oh, I've kissed a girl before, and I'm like, who hasn't? In 2015, y'all bitches kiss for niggas all the time. You just be kissing. So I'm not like, oh, you've kissed a girl. So I just wanted to slide it in like in a So have you been with a girl? And then she's like, no, but I'm open-minded to it. And then I was like, oh, well, do you know what LGBTQ stands for? Then she told me. And when she got to the T, I was like, do you know what transgender is? Like, it was just like a long dancing around the process of me getting her to get to where I needed her to get. So anyways, she finally told me what the word was, and then she was just like confused as to why so much Q&A. And then I'm like, by the way, I'm trans. And she's like, trans? Like female to male? I'm male to female. I'm just like, which one works better for you? But I was like, yeah, I'm female to male. And then she's like, cool. And that was it. I spent like 30 minutes trying to ask a question that took that was like a 2 seconds response. Like, she was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, you don't have any questions for me? She's like, not really. I kind of know about this stuff already. I was worried about telling her for like a solid amount of time. And at the end of it, it was like, so. I was more worried. Like, I spent more time worrying about it than her whole reaction. Yeah, it was anticlimactic because it was just like, I made it really big and it just went. But either way, I told her she's cool with it, and that's all I can. I'm okay with that. I'm blessed in that way that I met this random person. I met her in person too. We talked for a bit. She gave me her number eventually. Then we hung out. Told her I was trans. She's down with it. Like, it's just like so many blessings on blessings on blessings. Like, it's like God is working well with me. So anyways, this is my advice to you. This is what I plan to do. If this doesn't work out, if this doesn't go any further than where it is right now, not that I'm looking for a relationship, but if I talk to another girl again and I decide that I want to tell her I'm trans, I think I might do it sooner. Like, when I'm getting to know you, like in the first conversation we have, I'm gonna throw it in. Like, I'm gonna throw something about me being. There was this girl I was talking to actually. We were talking and she told me about how like she doesn't like sperm, she doesn't like all that shit, like cause it's nasty. She likes dick, but she doesn't like the sperm. And I was like, fortunately for you, I don't make any sperm. I just slid it in there. She was like, I'm being honest. And then we were talking about having babies, and then she was like, oh, I'm never gonna have a baby ever again because I've had a baby already. Oh, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, I would love to be able to carry a child in my womb. Once again, she was just like, what? And she kind of giggles it off. But honestly, I'm just like throwing shit in about the fact that I'm not like every other guy you've been with or talked to. Just throwing it in. But this thing, like, she didn't pick it up. See, another reason why I stopped fucking with her, because she just, how could I be so, well, I guess maybe it's not obvious to her. How can I be so blatant about something and you not get it? I don't know. But anyways, so that's my plan. I plan to be more upfront about it. But I'm telling you guys, this is a lot, like, once you're in the situation, it is a lot harder than when you're like, just make sure this person, listen up, right? Trying to get with someone. Some people don't know what transgender is. Some people do know, and all the information they have is from the media. Some people know and have misunderstood it, maybe from interacting with a trans person who wasn't that great as a person, and they link that person not being great to them being trans. Anyway, so they have a negative idea of the idea of being trans. So you can't be mad at people. I personally cannot be mad at a girl who says she can't date me because I'm trans. Because some people don't get it. And at least she's being honest. At least she's being honest. Because I don't want her to think that she can pretend to do this for a while and then break my heart down the road or something. No. As long as she's straight up with me, like, I don't think I can do this. Some people can't. Some people can't. Not to upset anybody, but let's compare it to someone that, let's say you're about to date someone and you find out this person is terminally ill, that they're gonna die soon, right? Some people can't deal with that. Like, they just can't. I'm not saying that being trans is like being dead or dying, but it's more like there are things that people don't get, don't understand, aren't prepared for, aren't strong enough for, and just because you just happen to be one of those things that they're not prepared for, they can't handle it. Some people are not. Some women, men, whatever you're into, are not strong enough to be with someone where they don't really understand. Maybe they can't be that support for you. They think they can't be there for you. Personally, don't get upset, don't get offended. And it's not transphobic because they don't stand there and say, you're not a man, or you're not a woman, or ill. No, some people are just like, I can't do this because I don't understand. They might not say They might not say like, oh, I don't understand, I don't think I can do this. Some people might be very rude about it, but when you like sift through all the rudeness, you come back down to it, it might just be like a lack of understanding. And I can't be mad at you for not being able to understand something that like a lot of people don't get. So you can't be with me because I'm trans, 100%, that's okay, thank you for being honest with me. Maybe we can be friends. Maybe I can educate you more about what trans is. Not because you need to be in a relationship with me because I'm trans. It's just like maybe because you might want to know more about it in general. And maybe even after their interaction with you, they saw that you're a nice guy and they see that you're trans, but they couldn't handle it in that moment. Maybe they'll look it up, do some research, ask around about it. Maybe sometime in the future they might bump into another trans guy. And now they're more educated so they can date him. And it doesn't really work out well for you. But you've helped the community. So, yeah, that's my advice. Just try and be honest with it. Just try to be open about yourself. But do it with discretion, because there's some people that don't deserve to know that knowledge about you. Not that there's something to be ashamed of, but they don't deserve to have something so special about yourself put out to them, especially when they're going to disrespect it or not, or try to not even understand it. What's the point of wasting your time in a situation like that? I don't see a point. But if you're dating someone, make sure, as the boy said, make sure it's someone that's going to be able to support you and fight for you sometimes, because sometimes you might need an advocate. And if your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever you're into cannot be an advocate for you, yeah, then what's the point, right? If this person's not going to be a support system for you, I don't see the point of them being in your life. So yeah, another thing is, a lot of guys, when they're about to transition, they're like, oh, I don't know how my girlfriend is going to take it. Fuck your girlfriend. I'm just kidding. Make sure you do some research. That's what I did. I looked it up. I talked to guys. I found out almost everything I could find out about being trans. So when I started telling people about it, my ex was a part of the process. I really never had to come out to her about it. But in the sense that once you have a lot of knowledge about something, you can teach someone. You can make your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you're interested in more open-minded. But just telling them that you're not changing yourself. You're telling them that, okay, if you decide to go on testosterone, this is what's going to happen to me on testosterone, but it's not changing who I am. Like, helping them understand that this is something you have to do to be happy, and you'd appreciate them being in your life. But if they cannot be in your life, kick them out. Kick them. Like, they need to leave, because this is something that's important for you. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, however it works out for you, relationships end. So you're going to put your life on pause for this relationship that might end. Even divorce. Divorce, like 50% of divorces end in divorce. 50% of marriages end in divorce, right? So nothing is even guaranteed. So you're going to put your life on pause because of this person that might leave you eventually. Like, don't waste your time. If your partner can't support you through it, cut them out. But make sure you take time to reach that decision, not the cutting them out. You deciding to transition. Take time to reach that decision. Once you get there, then there's no turning back, because you will bump into people that are like, no, why'd you have to do that? Oh, I don't think I can be with a nigga. Oh my god, or whatever her problem or his problem is with you being trans. Yeah, you don't want to be with that type of person. Personally, I don't. Someone who's not willing to understand. There's a difference, right? Someone who doesn't know you, and then you have to tell them you're trans. Different from someone who you've been with for a while, and now you're telling them you're trans, and they can't be with you because you've been a man all along, and now you're just being verbal with it, or you've been a woman long enough, all along, but you never said anything about it, right? So my advice to you is try to be honest with your gender as soon as possible. Some people, as I said, don't deserve to know it, so you don't have to tell them. But if you're looking to be with someone for an extended period of time, I'm not going to say forever, because is there a forever? I don't think so. But like in love, maybe. But anyways, so make sure you tell them as soon as you can, because it's going to make it a lot easier. Because you can't, personally, I couldn't be open about myself with this girl without telling her about this part of myself. Like, it went like, our date was going alright-ish. Then I told her. Then it just went awesome. Like, it went fantastic after I was open about who I was. And not like the conversation afterwards was like about my transition, because she didn't even ask any questions. I was ready to tell her about how amazing my transition is going. But she didn't, not like she didn't care. It was just like oh, cool, this is something about you, but like, nice.
But the fact that I opened up to her about something like that, the fact that I shared something like that to her, allowed her to open up to me too, and we talked about some really deep shit, right? Like, she thanked me for being honest with her and for being open with who I am with her and for sharing that with her. And then she shared with me too, and just after that, we were just able to be open with each other, because it's just like, there's nothing right now you can really tell me that's gonna surprise me, you know? And so, yeah. I'm not gonna say that all situations are gonna work out like mine, because mine is a blessing. I don't know how it worked out. God does stuff like this. Ask God. But yeah, I'm waiting for the time where I have to tell a girl and she's gonna be like, ew, you're gross. So you have a vagina? Yeah, I do. And a huge clit. I don't know what that does for you, but anyways, yeah, so use your discretion. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. This is the end of my video. It was a longish one. It's just like a rant of me going on and on and on and on, telling you to be honest with yourself. Be honest about who you are. Because some people will love you for who you are and be okay with it. Like it happened to me this week. It's your boy Torian. Saturday, guys. See you next Saturday. Bye.